Hello, from the director of Greenhouse Therapy Center in Pasadena, California. We wanted to say that we're so sorry to so many of you who've been affected by, impacted by, or had total loss in the recent wildfires. We're especially concerned about families and how they're coping to support their young ones. We understand one of your biggest concerns may be how your young ones are doing, that they may be showing the signs of stress in a number of different ways. They may have sleep differences, behavioral differences. They may be showing signs of extra worries, fears, concerns about their safety or your whereabouts or safety. We understand this is very challenging to worry about your child while you're also worrying about your home, your community, and the losses sustained. So we wanted to offer a couple of tips that you may not have heard from other resources. We've got some wonderful resources that we'll share with you at the end about typical kinds of things that children may need to hear. But we wanted to focus a bit on a relational approach to supporting your young ones through this time. So that's got a unique flavor to it. Like the therapy that we do at Greenhouse is relationship-based or relational psychotherapy. So let's look at what that would do for us to think in that way. So we want to especially be concerned with um, the relational qualities that you're offering, even though your attention is divided, your thoughts are swirling, your heart is breaking. You can be there in a especially supportive way for your children. Here's a couple of ways to do that. First of all, we want to think about the powerful magic of curiosity. We want you to be curious and stay curious. So when you are faced with a moment with your child, your young one, your teen, you want to be able to set aside your own swirling thoughts and feelings to tune into that child or teen and what they're going through. We want to maintain that open uh, beginner mind to what's going on for them in particular right now. So we want to ask their thoughts and their feelings at the time of learning of the news and also ask them what's happened since then and keep asking. So and clarify what's going on, what does that mean, what are they really thinking about, because we never know until we ask. It's so unique, we find, for all of our clients that have been impacted. Each one has a different story to tell. Each one has different thoughts or concerns. They may be feeling guilty and you didn't expect it, that they will feel somehow responsible, even though they can't exactly name why or how, they still feel it. There's different ways of feeling and thinking about a natural disaster that we, again, keep asking and listening and watching for cues. And some of our young ones may not have language, but watch their play, watch their body language, try to be curious about what they are going through. Secondly, we want to be authentic. It's You want to name your own feelings. Don't make them a scary thing that's swept under the rug, pretending everything is okay. You can say, you can be honest. Mom is sad right now, just like you are sad. Or I was afraid, but I felt better when I talked to your auntie, or I feel better when I pray, or whatever it is that you do, you can reassure them. And that's the kind of information we want to keep giving, is a little bit, not too much, not overwhelming them, but authentic, reassuring information. Like, we're not sure where we're going to be staying for sure, but we do have a really good person helping us look for a place that we can all settle, be safe, and be happy. We will be happier again each day. We'll find ourselves, we'll feel more ourselves over time. So these kinds of reassuring statements are very helpful to really settle on and not overwhelm the child with too much information or your own worries. Those you can save for your other relationships so the child is not burdened. Most of all, we want to talk about your attuned presence in being extra close. Children may need extra time, and we know you're very, very busy and distracted, but they need extra time, extra closeness, extra hugs, maybe extra support with bedtime, and extra time to play and talk with you. And if you are so distracted, this is something that all those loving people saying, what can we do to help? This is one thing they can do to help, is they can offer a little bit of their extra time to play or talk with your child. That is so important. What we want to help children get through this disaster to is new levels of resilience. We've all heard about post-traumatic stress disorder. There's new understanding and study of post-traumatic growth, and that's what we want to promote. We want to promote growth through close, attuned presence relationship where we're validating our children's thoughts and feelings. We're saying, I get you, I see you, I get you. So that children are feeling safe to begin to explore what it is that they're really going through and sort it out. And that takes time. Most of all, resilience in the end means they didn't write a story about this that was a negative story that could set them up for problems in the future, that they write a story about themselves and the world and the future in their minds that is positive. Like, we went through a very terrible time together, but we got through it together and we will be happy again in the future. So these are the deep stories we tell ourselves that we want to help children work out to be a useful and productive and a healthy understanding of self and the world, so they are more resilient in the end, having come through this. So we have some resources that we would refer folks to. The National Child Traumatic Stress Network has wonderful resources online, especially their tips sheet of what to say to children after disasters. Also, a fabulous author has made Piplo Productions. They have free PDFs and videos of their books around helping children with traumatic incidents. They call it the Trinka and Sam series. Especially there's one called The Big Fire, and there, you can get that downloaded. You can read it with your child. You can watch the YouTube of the author reading it. And these kinds of resources are so helpful to really normalize children's feelings at a time like this and say, we all understand. There's data, actual empirical published studies about the fact that if we feel closely connected through a painful situation, a scary situation, it's reduced. The pain and the fear are reduced by the close relationship. So that is why we want to focus on your relationship with your child and support you. Best wishes for you and your family.